You may have heard of TONK, or maybe you haven't, because it's not super well known yet. It's still pretty early in development, but it is quite a great game, in my personal opinion. And I'm hoping to turn your opinion into that it's a great game if it is not already. So make sure you watch to the end of the video because I'm going to explain what this game's like. I'm going to show you some gameplay, and I'm going to compare it to Steel Aces because while they're pretty different, they're both tank games that are in early access right now. So I'm gonna need to decide which game to focus this channel on because I do enjoy both of them. And so I'm also gonna tell you where this channel is gonna go. So make sure you stick around for that. So the way Tonk plays is that there is just an infinite amount of waves. A bunch of waves of bots. You can play solo or with some friends. You get your starting tank, but you can also upgrade your tank's stats, like your speed, your health, your damage, your reload time. You can improve all of that. And to improve your stats, you have to be in these green circles, and then you can upgrade each stat by spending components, which you get from destroying enemy vehicles and causing damage to them. Right now, the gameplay, unfortunately, is a bit repetitive. It's just waves and waves and waves of BT7s with eventually some T34s, and then a few IS3s every wave. Every 10 waves is a boss wave, and a boss wave is pretty much the same as all the other waves, except it also includes a massive, massive IS4. But also on wave 25, there is a boss that is unique to the map. On the desert map, the boss is the Object 279. On the mountain map, the boss is the TV8. And they definitely need to do something about this, because right now, the bosses are so big that you can just sit beside them and they don't have the gun depression to hit you. But remember, this is in a very early stage of the game, so I'm sure they're going to add so much more content to it. In fact, I have plenty of ideas to give to the developers of this game. Hopefully, they will take them into consideration. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing those ideas, make sure you subscribe because then you are going to get notified when I post those ideas. Actually, I know that they're going to add lots more variety in this next update because Otter made the mistake of showing me a spreadsheet on a voice call, and then I screenshotted it. So now I have a spreadsheet of future plans for Tonk that I can look at. Unfortunately, Otter told me not to show it after I leaked it in my Discord server, and he very quickly begged me to take it down, which is why it's blurred. So you don't actually know what's on that spreadsheet. You just know that I have a spreadsheet and that there is a spreadsheet. You don't even know that this is the spreadsheet. This might be just something I made on my own to throw you off the trail. Imagine being clueless. Imagine being like you. So yeah, there are definitely plans to add more variety in the future. Anyways, I have lost my train of thought, so I will just move on to the next part of the video. Hey, while I'm in this weird in-between ideas part, I'm just gonna mention that Steam bullied me after I had finished writing this very positive review of Tonk. It told me that I had to wait until the game came out to review it, which was very mean. Anyways, how does this compare to Steel Aces? Well, let's talk about availability. Well, I can play this game a lot more often than I can play Steel Aces right now. In fact, I can play Tonk whenever I want to. If I want to play Steel Aces, I need to wait for like a weekly chunk of time that's like 10 hours long to play. I'm probably not going to be able to play that whole time. Then I'm going to need to wait another week or two to play again. But Tonk? If I want to play Tonk, I just open up Steam and play Tonk. So Tonk takes that point. Now let's talk about the devs. The Steel Aces devs, they just don't really seem too interested in listening to player feedback on big important stuff. Um, Whereas I have already had some of my feedback that Otter is considering adding to the game. So I think that I prefer Otter over Bulldog. Also, considering the fact that in the TONK Discord server, I am recognized as a content creator. I'm not recognized as a content creator in the Steel Aces Discord. Why is that? I've made so many Steel Aces YouTube videos, but I'm not recognized as a content creator in that server. But as soon as I joined the TONK server, I get the content creator role. I'd never made a TONK video by that point. This is my first TONK video. So I just like the TONK devs better. To be completely honest, I just like the TONK devs better. Um, the TONK devs, Otter, the other one is a stupid YouTuber who doesn't understand game development, Chems. I love Chems, and he's making a game, so I mean, it's a great game. So yep, personally, I love the TONK devs better than I like the Steel Aces devs. Okay, now which game do I have more fun playing? I mean, I think I have more fun playing Steel Aces at this point. But TONK, I will certainly enjoy way more when it gets more variety and more content. I'm certainly going to be able to have much more fun playing TONK in its completed state than I probably will be able to have playing Steel Aces. And I mean, the physics in TONK are just way more enjoyable than the physics in Steel Aces. I don't know why Steel Aces can't just do something like what TONK does. I get that you can drive up mountains in Steel Aces, but at least you can go up hills. You can't go up hills in Steel Aces. Your tank dies if you try to go up a hill. Oh yeah, and TONK has friendly fire. So obviously I use that responsibly. So right now, I think Steel Aces is more fun just because it's a lot more varied at the moment. But at the end of the day, I think ultimately TONK is going to be more fun. Especially if Otter listens to my ideas that I'm going to throw at him in the future. So Otter, if you're not subscribed to me already, which I sure hope you are, but just in case you aren't, subscribe to me now, because I'm gonna make lots of suggestions in video format. So anyways, what's gonna happen to the TT and Cuz T channel? Because I've been making Steel Aces content for quite a while now. But now there's TONK. Am I just gonna stop making Steel Aces content and switch to a TONK channel? Am I just gonna ignore TONK and go all in on Steel Aces? Or am I gonna make a balance of both? Well, I think I'm gonna main TONK content. At least until Steel Aces launches. So, Steel Aces, if you want to win me back, uh, consider making your game more fun. That's all I have to say. Fix the physics. Listen to player feedback. Make me a content creator. And then I'll start making Steel Aces content again. But TONK is always going to be present on this channel. Maybe I should make 2 channels, one for TONK, one for Steel Aces. I'll probably only do that if I go back to regularly making Steel Aces content. Yeah, so I think I'll focus on TONK, at least for now. If Steel Aces doesn't really, I guess, fix their game, I guess I'll just drop Steel Aces entirely. I'll maybe come back to it once or twice if they don't make their game purely focused on the community instead of building their own little simulator. But if Steel Aces makes a community focused game, a game focused on giving the community what the community wants, then I'll happily go back to Steel Aces. But right now, to me at least, it seems that TONK, Otter, and Chems are more interested in giving the community what we want than Bulldog is. So If you're a based Giga Chad, subscribe. If you want to be a based Giga Chad, subscribe. If you're not a based Giga Chad and you never have a chance of becoming a based Giga Chad, do not subscribe because I don't like you.